Greetings and gratitude, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is rather controversial to that of humanity, as Spirit is asking us to detach from our human ancestral lineage. Let's begin. Humanity associates and claims ties to past relations, even though the nuclear family shifts within each earthly incarnation. When you attach yourself to a narrative of singular means, long-held perceived trauma stunts the evolution of the soul, as the point of contention does not directly affect or influence your state of being. In fact, you may have existed at the same time as the perceived grievance within a differing familial nucleus. All attachment associated with familial ties must be removed in order to evolve from 3D to 5D consciousness. As the soul has taken on many forms and iterations based in its infinite incarnations here on Earth, most trauma that humans attach to is based in a long-held belief that that trauma is still directly affecting them today. But as has been discussed and described within this paragraph, we know that within that trauma of that certain ancestor, you may have been involved in another familial nucleus at the exact same time. So much hardship and grievance that we hang on to is of the notion that doesn't directly affect us at all, but rather we attach to the family trauma, thus keeping us stuck within the cycle of redundancy. The measure with which you are brought into this earthly existence may or may not be part of your soul family. Familial structure is a means to enter the earthly physical and represents lessons and experiences desired by that of your higher self. Your soul family provides unconditional love brought forth through divinely guided interaction throughout your journey. Whether in the earthly physical or of the spiritual beyond, soul family is to remind you of insight and wisdom, walking you along the destined path. So much circumstance that comes our way is blocked by that of our ego perception. For instance, we know that souls use of the human vessel to be able to enter the earthly realm. So many individuals describe their relations with their family as contentious, as they don't feel as if they fit in or are a part of that familial structure. Well, Spirit's here to tell you that that could be of the case. For instance, when we speak of individuals that are adopted within the earthly experience, most of those adopted are actually adopted by those they were meant to experience life with, as opposed to staying with a familial structure that they weren't meant to align with from the start. Now is the time for calling in your soul family to assist in your continued evolution of your higher self. Trust that circumstance showing up is for your best and highest good, and associated through non-judgment for the betterment of your existence. When you surrender to the infinite knowledge of the spiritual realm, all perspectives shift, aligning you to understanding and compassion of the human experience. Allow this insight to remove attachment to a narrative no longer serving your current existence. Much hardship and trauma that humanity attaches to is based in a circumstance outside of self. Much of the divisiveness, much of the hatred, racism, bigotry, sexism, ageism, is all rooted in a untruth associated with the ego mind. What we have to recognize is our soul incarnates on earth numerous times throughout its infinite existence. And that means we come in different races, in different genders, with different ideologies of what will bring us to our understanding and experience that we are here to experience in the first place. For instance, those of racist means could in fact have been that other race in a past life. So much of the hatred and divisiveness that is being shown is based in a complete disconnection to that of your higher self. As this reading has expressed, our soul family is always here for us, whether in the earthly physical or in the spiritual beyond, to guide and direct us and remind us of the path with which we are to follow. In order to continue moving forth and raising our vibration from unconsciousness to consciousness, we must release and detach the notion that hardship of the past is part of our story of today. But that couldn't be further from the truth. In gratitude, I gift and receive infinite, unconditional love to and from you, always and forever.